Hey everyone, and welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to break down one of those really satisfying little details you see all over the web, that cool ripple effect when you click a button. You know the one. It feels so slick and responsive, but how does it actually work? Let's get into it.
Seriously, think about it. You've clicked a million of these. A perfect little circle just explodes out from the exact spot your mouse hits. It's such a tiny thing, but it makes the whole experience feel so much more modern and alive. So the big question is, how in the world does the button know exactly where you clicked inside of it?
I mean, just look at the difference. A normal click is fine. The button changes color, you know it worked, it's functional. But the dynamic ripple? That's different. It gives you this immediate, super precise feedback that says, hey, I felt you click right here. And that's really the difference between an app that just works and one that feels amazing to use. Okay, so to pull this off, we have to basically become detectives on the web page. Before we write a single line of JavaScript, we need to figure out the one core secret that makes this entire thing possible. And it all comes down to coordinates.
So first things first, we need to know where on the screen the click even happened. And JavaScript has this awesome tool for that. Every time you click, the browser gives you these two little pieces of information, client X and client Y. You can think of these as the GPS coordinates for your mouse click inside the browser window.
All right, so we have the click's GPS. Next, we need to know where our button is. And for that, we've got another amazing tool, get bounding client rectangle. If the click coordinates are the GPS, this function gives us the button's street address. It tells us exactly how far it is from the top and the left edge of that same browser window. And this right here is the big aha moment. This is the whole trick. We know where the click happened on the screen, and we know where the button is on the screen. So to find out where the click happened inside the button, it's just simple subtraction. You take the click's position and subtract the button's position. That gives you the exact spot relative to the button's top left corner. That little bit of math is the key to everything. So what do we do with that number? Well, here's the beautiful part. That relative position we just calculated, that becomes the exact center of our new ripple animation. The math literally tells our code where to draw the circle. It's perfect. No guesswork at all.
Okay, the theory is cool and all, but let's make this thing for real. It's time to take that logic and actually build this effect, step by step.
So here's how the code plays out. First, we tell our program to just listen for a click on that button. The second it happens, bam, it grabs the mouse's coordinates, then it grabs the button's coordinates. Then it does our little magic subtraction trick to find the offset. And finally, we make it visible. We create a brand new element on the fly, usually a span, style it to look like a circle, and then use our calculated coordinates to set its position and drop it right into the button. But wait, there's a problem. A small detail, but a really important one. If we just do that, we're adding a new circle to the page every single time someone clicks. You click that button 50 times, you've suddenly got 50 invisible circles cluttering up your red page. That's messy. We need to make them disappear. And the secret to our vanishing act is timing. About 500 milliseconds, to be precise. Or, half a second. This is kind of the Goldilocks zone for animations. It's fast enough to feel instant, but just slow enough for our eyes to actually see and appreciate the effect. And that half second is going to be crucial for our cleanup plan. So how do we use that time? We use a little JavaScript function called setTimeout. You can think of it like setting a tiny alarm clock. We tell it, hey, in exactly 500 milliseconds, right after that ripple animation is finished, I want you to find that circle we made and just remove it from the page. Boom, done. This keeps the website totally clean and running smoothly, no matter how many times you click. So look, we built a really cool ripple effect, but what we actually learned here is way bigger. We've learned a fundamental skill for web development. This isn't just about one little animation. It's about giving you real superpowers to control the web page itself, what developers call the DOM, or the Document Object Model. It's like the live blueprint of the site, and you just learned how to change it. So let's lock this in. What are the big takeaways? First, you now know how to find the exact position of anything on a page. Super useful. Second, you have the secret formula for positioning something perfectly inside another element. And third, you know the pro-level trick for keeping your work clean.
using set timeout to get rid of temporary elements after they've done their job.
In the end, this was never really just about a ripple. It was about understanding that dynamic dance between a person's action and what happens on the screen. And that idea, well, that's the foundation for pretty much any cool interactive thing you can dream up for the web. So now that you have this power, this ability to pinpoint an action and create a reaction anywhere on the page, what are you going to build next?